Alright, in this lesson we're going to change from logarithmic form to exponential form because we know that the inverse of an exponential function was x equals b to the y, but we also know that there's an explicit way to write that, and that is y equals log base b of x. And so we're going to take these logarithmic equations and rewrite them in exponential form. And so using this equivalence up here, we're going to transform these. So we have a base, which is 5. We have, remember, y is the exponent, so this is the exponent is 2, and x is actually the answer, which is considered the argument of the log. So we're going to have the base of 5, the exponent of 2 is equal to x. So basically, it's going to be base, exponent, answer. So the next one, the log of 64 base b equals 3. We've got a base of b, we've got an exponent of 3, and we have an answer of 64. Let's work our way down here. When you have a logarithm, when there is no base written in, it's implied, 10 is implied. So when the base is 10, we don't write it in, and this actually has a name. It's called a common logarithm, or I'll just abbreviate a common log. Called a common log because base is a number that's commonly used as a base. So when I rewrite this in exponential form, I'll write the 10 in just to stress the fact that there is a 10 implied. So 10 is my base, 2 is my exponent, and 100 is my answer. And that makes sense since now we've got all numbers filled in here and no variables, that 10 squared does equal 100. The next logarithm is slightly different than the ones you've seen, and this is actually what's called a natural log. Alright, so a natural logarithm has a base of e. E is considered the natural base. A logarithm with the base of e is called a natural log. It really is the equivalent, although we don't write it this way, it is the equivalent of the log base b of x equals 2.1. So to translate this to exponential form, it would be e is my base, 2.1 is the exponent, and x is the answer. Let's do one more. Down here we've got 1 equals the log base 5 of 5, and this is actually represents a property that we're going to look at in a future lesson. But what we're saying here is that the base is 5, the exponent is 1, and the answer is 5. 5 to the 1 equals 5. And what you'll see soon is that when the base of a log and the argument of the log, and so this is called the argument, again, this number right here, when those are the same, the answer is always going to be 1, and we'll look at that when we look at properties.